I love filling my days with sewing when I can. While recently I've been working on sewing some clothes for myself, sewing for children is still my favorite thing to do. Today, I'll be fixing a broken leg on my daughter's favorite doll, and then sew a new dress for her doll too. The dress is a free pattern that can be printed out on my blog, and it is perfect for dolls that are 18 inches tall. The elastic that holds together the arms and legs on my daughter's favorite doll was so worn out that one of the legs came clean off her favorite doll. It's an older doll, at least 30 years old, but she loves it so much, so it was important to fix it quickly for her. I looked into sending it to the doll hospital, but it would have been pricey to do so, and the doll that my daughter rarely lays down would have been missing from her arms for a month or more. So I did a little digging to see how to repair her doll myself, and decided it didn't look too difficult, and realized it would be less expensive as well. With just a little bit of effort, I was able to replace not just the broken leg, but the other leg and both arms, hopefully ensuring plenty of more hugs and play for this doll. Too late in having to temporarily see her doll dismantled for repair, I decided to also make a new dress for the doll. I put this pattern up on my blog for free, so anyone may print it and use it. I have the link down in the description. The first thing you'll want to do is cut out your pattern. You'll want to cut out the front bodice, one piece in your main fabric and one piece in your lining, the back bodice, two mirrored pieces of your main fabric and two mirrored pieces of your lining, the sleeves, two in your main fabric, and the skirt, cut two on the fold in your main fabric. Next, you'll want to sew the bodice together. Sew the front bodice to the lining for the front bodice, right sides together, just at the curved neckline. I just used the main fabric for the lining too. Sew the lining to the main fabric of both your back bodice pieces, at the neckline, and at the inner straight edge, the closure portion of your dress, not the part underneath the armholes. This gives the dress a more professional finish and allows it to hold up better during play. Turn right sides out and iron flat. Then sew the bodice together, right sides together at the shoulders. Next, we'll be working on the sleeves. Hem the flat edge of the sleeves. You can hem the sleeves by folding them over twice. You'll do this best by ironing down your hem first, but it's not going to make or break a doll dress if you skip taking out your iron. Sew the hem down on the flat edges of the sleeves. Then sew the sleeves right sides together to the bodice at the armholes. You'll start by lining up the tiny 1/2 inch straight edge of the sleeve, the part right before the curve of the sleeve, with the 1/2 inch straight edge at the base of the armholes on the bodice. Then guide the sleeves around the curved edge of the armholes until they're attached. Go slowly, adjusting along the way. The sleeves do not need to be gathered first and should line up pretty perfectly. Next, we'll work on the skirt of the dress. Gather up the front piece and the back piece of your skirt. They're identical, so it doesn't matter which is which. Adjust your gathering so it's the same width as the bottom of the front of the bodice and the bottom of the back of the bodice. You'll slightly overlap the two back bodice pieces for this part. With right sides together, sew a skirt panel to the front of the dress and sew the second one to the back of the dress. Now is also the time to attach Velcro if you want to use Velcro to close up the dress. You can also use a button if you prefer. If you use a button, you can attach that now or at the very end. Sew a little bit of Velcro to the back of the bodice. It's easiest to do this now while the bodice is still flat. I like Velcro for doll clothes because it's the easiest for children to take on and off. One of your final steps will be sewing the side seams of the doll dress. Start at the sleeves and sew all the way down to the bottom of the skirt. Repeat for both sides. To finish off the dress, hem the bottom raw edge of the skirt by folding it over twice. Turn it right side out, and it's ready to be dressed on a doll. Thank you for coming along with me today while I fixed and freshened up this doll. May you have peace and blessings in your week, and I'm looking forward to sewing with you again next week.